Is that Rob and Kale Show. Rob Sanders.
His own mother slapped the stork that delivered him.
And Kale Hall.
He doesn't deserve to be in this business. He deserves to have been blackballed.
Rob and Kale Podcast.
And welcome into the Rob and Kale Podcast. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening. Big show planned for you tonight. It's our reaction show. Some teams are happy. Some teams are sad. Yeah, we'll get into all of that in just a moment. Shout out to the chat room as we await for Carolina Jackpot to appear in his screen there. Let's see here. Let's see who's here. Billy Cole, Harry Leg, Broccoli, Big Barney Ross.
Look, stop without me.
Brother,
Stop without me. I'm sorry.
the clock doesn't stop, buddy. I'm sorry. I told you that. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
No,
Jackpot.
no dinner?
Yeah, no big deal. I can start the show from the beginning. I've done this a time or two.
I was eating my hot dogs. I was screwing around. I thought it was halftime. I'm sorry. We gotta make sure we eat our hot dogs during like break and intermission.
Yeah, that's when you shoot the hot dogs. Good stuff there. Well,
That's a Shane dog.
let's welcome Uncle Lou to the show. Uncle
Hey,
Lou,
how you doing, Jackpot?
I'm doing good. I'm just over here eating hot dog.
Looks good. I like mine with a little mustard, onions, and chili. What you got on yours? Just the ketchup, or you got mustard
I just got
too?
ketchup and mustard. It's just a great value dog to go along with our great value second half yesterday.
Yeah, y'all got humiliated in the second half, huh?
Terrible.
Yeah, that was unfortunate to see there.
It was uncalled for, is what it was.
Yeah. What do you think was worse, South Carolina's second half or Georgia's first half, though?
South Carolina's second half. Georgia did put points on the board.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Spencer Rattler played good, though.
He did. You know, it was 16 of 18 in the first half.
Yeah.
That was impressive. I think in the second half he was like 4 of 20.
Yeah. How's Juice Wells?
Got a broken bone in his foot, according to Shane Beamer.
Oh. Is that so? Does that keep somebody out for the year?
No. He said at halftime when I asked him about it, it was on the same foot that he had problems with the turf toe or whatever. So he already had surgery on it, they said, and they had a screw in the foot already. So he acted like it was a good thing that it was that particular foot. So I don't know. I haven't seen any news on him.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see him again the rest of the year, though. I mean, he'd been on a milk carton all year long anyway. And then he shows up yesterday, just excites the fuck out of us with one play, and then he's gone again. And it was weird. If you notice, they carted him off, and then they carted him back on. I mean, it was like here comes the hero back out there, carting him back on the field, and he was sitting on the sideline with his helmet off, and he looked pissed off. I mean, I think he wouldn't really be out there playing, but.
The good news is if he transfers out, then y'all don't need him next year. So
no, didn't need him.
Has Rob talked about Clemson losing next week yet?
No, he hasn't.
Clemson hasn't lost yet, sir. The game has not been played.
Yeah. Are you going to talk about it?
If they lose, I don't duck anything, sir.
No, I mean, are you going to talk today about them losing next week?
I don't expect them to lose next week.
Well, I mean, how are they going to win? They're not any good.
Okay. How did South Carolina go into Georgia and embarrass the number one team in the country for a half? Just because it's on paper doesn't mean that it's actual reality.
So you think Clemson might win for a half?
I think Clemson's going to win the game, sir.
Oh no,
I didn't stutter.
no, that's not going to happen. They're not any good, buddy.
You heard what I said. I said they're going to win, and I think they're going to win.
But that's just Homer shades. I mean,
you gotta go to
it's just supposed to be you used to have your own AM show. You need to be a little bit more realistic. I mean, you can't just be a complete blind Homer. I mean, the thing is, Clemson's just not any good. I mean, it's okay to say that.
Mike Norvell is terrible. I hope you show back up Sunday night when Clemson wins. Will you show up then?
Yeah, I watch y'all's show every week because I'm a fan of you guys.
Cool. Will you apologize then for the awful things you're saying about Clemson next Sunday?
I don't apologize for picking games wrong.
Okay.
Do you?
No.
Then why would you expect me to?
I just figured that you would because you come in to run into bash Clemson. They haven't even lost yet.
Well, have you apologized to Duke?
I did apologize. I said Duke was a hell of a program that night. They beat Clemson.
That's not apologizing. That's stating the obvious.
That I got from people that where Jackpot put my number out on his live stream. So yeah, trust me, I took my medicine for the Duke loss.
Yeah, Jackpot, I wanted to thank you for keeping your live stream up.
Oh, no problem.
I was streaming at the same time, so I wasn't able to watch you live stream live. I had to watch you live stream recorded live later after the fact.
Damn, you're putting in some work.
Well, yeah. Well, plus everybody was like, you got to go check out Jackpot's stream on the last 10 minutes. He cried.
Yeah, I did. And if you notice, I sent you a super chat right about the end of the first half yesterday of yours. I switched over there and sent you a $10 super chat for hot dogs.
Yeah, I read it. I read it. I saw you in there trolling me.
Yeah, I was trolling. I had my troll face on yesterday.
Yeah, that kind of hurt my feelings. I thought we were friends, and I thought we were above trolling one another. No.
I was mistaken in the fact that I thought our friendship was one of those.
At halftime yesterday, I checked out your stream, and you said Georgia is losing to a hot dog school. Was. You don't think that trolled Jackpot a little bit? Well,
not Jackpot directly. No, I don't troll. So.
Okay.
Did you see my show today? I was actually wearing a hot dog costume.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will be sure to check out that video later on.
Yeah, just watch the first.
Do you just find these gimmicks like out of? Did you plan on wearing that, or seriously? I was asking. Yeah. Did you like go to Hot Dog Costumes or Us online, or?
Yeah, I went to Amazon
Prime real quick.
Yeah, I bought it on Amazon the day after South Carolina lost to North Carolina, and Shane Beamer made those hot dog comments.
Really?
Yeah. So I was saving it for when we beat you yesterday. You know.
Okay. So, because if you had bought it then, I would have figured you would have worn it in the video that you made on the subject.
No, I was saving it specifically for the Your Season Is Over video.
I'm surprised you said you don't troll people, sir. You were one of the king trolls, but okay.
Maybe when I said I wasn't trolling, I was trolling.
Well, yeah.
You trolled yourself.
Exactly. What comes first?
Believe me, I've trolled myself many times. Jackpot, that was a good game though, buddy. And in all seriousness, I did watch the end of your stream, and that's why people love you, man. I mean, besides the yelling and the screaming and the throwing stuff, like you're a real fan, man. I'm not trolling. I'm being serious. That's and we all diehard college football fans could feel your pain when they watched the last 10 minutes of that. Like,
I hang in there with them. Last year was tough. Took a little bit of flack for that, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, I always think that trip to Atlanta is just out of reach, when in reality it's 10 miles down the road. But that's just me. All college football is great. I mean, who didn't get a warm, fuzzy feeling yesterday when the thicker kicker knocked a 61-yard field goal through and the Mizzou fans emptied out of the stands onto Faroe Field? That was just magical.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I don't know. Kansas State. It's weird though, and I was going to bring this up with Rob when we were talking about it, but like I get they used to be big rivals in the old Big 12 or Big 8 or whatever it was, but like it's like they're in the SEC, but like they want their rivals to be Big 12 teams. That doesn't make any sense to me. I compared that to on my live stream yesterday, like say South Carolina was playing NC State, who used to be a conference opponent, and NC State is ranked 15th. We're playing them in Williams-Brice. We take them down. Do we empty out of the stands for beating NC State?
Well, let's ask Rob. Rob, y'all stormed the field yesterday after you beat FAU, and they're not in your same conference.
It's not storming the field, sir. It's tradition.
After the game ended, everybody went out onto the field, buddy.
Everybody goes onto the field for every game, sir. It's tradition. There's literally signs saying "Join us at the center of the field." I know that you. And the thing that bothers me is that you're a great analyst of college football. You don't understand that tradition?
No.
Come on, man.
No, there's no tradition. There's no tradition on the planet that would make me go celebrate at midfield after getting humiliated by South Carolina, which is what Clemson did last year.
Hey, though, Luke, Clemson and FSU want to join the SEC. If they join the SEC, they'll have to end that tradition.
Look, why? You know what? You should
because you get fined. Mizzou got fined
or pay the money.
$1,000 for that yesterday.
It goes up every time you do it.
We'll bring you to the center of the field, and you can be a happy guy. We could do that.
Well, I'm happy. How many have we won in a row?
Hey, nobody's throwing rocks at the throne, sir. I haven't said shit about your Georgia team. I'm just saying.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm happy though.
You would be a happy dude standing in the middle of Death Valley there after a Clemson win or a loss. Hell, the Gamecock fans were happy when they won last year. They took their damn flag and planted it at midfield. Everybody's welcome at the Paul, sir.
You think I would make a good tater man?
Well, I don't know. Because there's a section of the Clemson fans that are, let's just be honest, fucking hillbillies that would piss off to the end of time. And I honestly don't think you would do well in that sector, just to be honest.
Yeah, it's probably that section of the fan base that loves all those. Well, never mind. I'm not going to go there.
I'd welcome you with open arms, but there are some hillbillies that just wouldn't like you. I'm just saying.
Like, you would give me a hug?
Oh, of course, I'd give you a hug.
Okay. Yeah, I like hugs too. I hugged the jackpot on the beach.
Did you?
It was pretty romantic. It was pretty romantic.
He did. I'm not going to say that I got a stiffy from it, but I'm not going to deny it either.
Did you write your name in the sand with your toe, Jackpot and Lou?
Forever. Jackpot and Lou forever.
I cried when High Tide came in.
All right, guys. I'm going to hang up and listen to the rest of the show. Talk to y'all later.
Have a good evening on that.
I was wondering if you guys got airbrush shirts. Jackpot and Lou. Was Jackpot on the top of the airbrush shirt?
Yeah, we partied like it was 1995.
Jesus.
Over in the comment section, Vandy Dandy says Vanderbilt's going to beat Kentucky and Mizzou the next 2 weeks. Normally, I would say, yeah, because losing to UNLV yesterday definitely shows it's trending towards that. However, this is 2023. Nothing makes sense. Would you agree with that? Nothing is making sense.
I've got some stuff I want to show you from some message boards, but it's going to make you squeal a little bit. There is a Big Ten program right now that wants the entire South Carolina coaching staff. Think about that while we take care of our sponsors. Then you figure out which one it is. But there are some fans there that want the Gamecock coaching staff. because of the way the Gamecocks played yesterday. So think about that for just a second. But let's thank our sponsors, Callaway's Bar and Grill, Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. They sponsor the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge. Some folks did really good this week, Jackpot. You had a great week. 8 correct picks? Way to go, Jackpot.
No, I actually only got 6 right. I had 8 correct picks.
Oh, that's right. I wasn't.
But then I went back like an idiot on Friday, and I had second thoughts, and I changed 2 of my picks. I changed the BYU Arkansas pick because I listened to those fucking idiots over on CBS, damn Tom Fernelli and stupid Chip Patterson, talking about their locks of the week. So I'm like, yeah, maybe that's wrong. And then, like an idiot, I went and changed my BC pick to a push because I said, I think Florida State can beat them by about 28. If I pick a push, right, I'm going to get this right, and nobody else is going to. Well, you see what happened with that. And I had picked Boston College in that game to cover. So I would have had 8 out of 11, but I know there's a little issue this morning grading the forms or inputting. Something happened. Because I got like 2 different emails.
I wasn't trolling you. I thought I remember.
I know because Jackpot Jr. Sent me a screenshot where you told him he'd gotten the game wrong and he got it right. And I was like, well, just wait on him to fix it because he's.
I wasn't trolling you. By the way, Jackpot Jr., the product of your loin, sir, is in second place, along with Elijah Allen, Dalton DuBose, and Kale, I Am Your Father, is also in second place.
All right.
Right behind Kelly Etheridge, who has 27 points. But, I mean, there's a log jam there. I've got 24. Let's see here. Mike Muse has 24. He had 10 last week and 5 this week. JT Turner was the big getter this week with 10 correct. Troy Moses had 9. Let's see here. Who else did really well this week? That's about it. I think 5 was the average score in the Pick'em challenge.
I could stab myself in the gonads with an ice pick from going back and changing my picks. Word to the wise: don't ever change your picks after you submit them. Just leave them like they are. I should have left it alone.
Right. Well, the leader is Kelly Etheridge with 27 points, followed by Kale, I'm Your Father, Dalton DuBose, Elijah Allen, Jackpot Jr., and Nathan Medlin, all with 26. Big Barney Ross has 25. That's solid. Eddie Hicks has 25. Gary Mills has 25. BVD has 25. He's right there in the mix, Jackpot. So, yes, some folks are doing their thing. Alan V. Troll Patrol had a perfect week last week and then follows that up with a 4.
That's what usually happens. People, when they have a great week, the next week they normally crash and burn.
Yeah, consistency is key here. If you can get 6 or 7 a week, you're going to be right there at the end. So there's that. All right, but anyway, thanks to Callaway's, Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. We also have fireside chats with Uncle Jackpot. Stories from Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. Jackpot, read away.
Okay. It sucks to be a Gamecock. We spend tons of money on a football program, and we consistently have a lack of depth. Players leave us to be backups at other programs. It sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers.
That message courtesy of Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. By the way, folks ask me where the leaderboard is. Everything is on robandkaleshow.com. Go and check it out. You can see where your picks are. That's where you can go and make your picks. I generally have the picks up by Wednesday afternoon. So all the stuff is there. Go to robandkaleshow.com. All right, Jackpot. Beforehand,
can you answer the question? They're asking over there in the section, and I'd like to know too. Mike Richards said, why did his original email say 6, and then he's got one that said 5?
Okay,
I changed a couple of my picks. Would that maybe be if you changed them, it populated both?
When I sent out the first message, I had I marked the Kansas State game incorrectly. So I had to go back and regrade them, and then your second email was actually your total score. Now, if you submitted more than one form, we go with the last form. So whatever your last form is what you have. So if you want to go if you pick on Friday and then you want to do what Jackpot did and then pick again on Saturday, we'll take your last form. Yeah, I'm just saying, but if you want to do that, you can. Okay, that's why that happened. Anyway, I want to show this to you, Jackpot. There is a Big Ten fan base. Did you guess which one it was, Jackpot?
No, was it somebody that lost yesterday?
Somebody that lost yesterday. Yes, sir.
Michigan State.
Michigan State. Yes, sir. Very good, Jackpot.
I knew that was going to be it because that whole damn staff is going to be gone.
It says hire the entire staffs of any of these four: Boston College, South Florida, South Carolina, Colorado State. Minnow programs that can actually block, tackle, and play with the big boys in spite of huge talent disparities. At least we would have never been humiliated in ways we've experienced in the first few non-K9 years. So there's that.
Did that dipshit actually watch our game because he said we could block, tackle, and okay.
The next one is from the Tennessee folks saying, hopefully Prime is on speed dial. I'm not ready to call for Heupel's head or anything, but man, you can't drop the Florida game. That is such a momentum and morale killer. I hope Danny White has Prime's number for when it gets to that point. Hopefully we can make the jump on him before any of the other SEC teams start calling. There was one other one too. No, okay, we'll scroll down. There was a couple other ones here that I thought were interesting. Yeah, Tennessee fans upset yesterday after their disappointing loss. Let's see here. There was another one too. Virginia Tech fans want everybody fired. Oh, here we go.
Oh, that's actually legitimate.
Bring Bobby home. Apparently, they don't like Sam Pittman anymore at Arkansas. Bring Bobby home. He's the only one who has understood how to win here. He could keep us at 9-3, sometimes 10-2, and we'll be a legend for it. Oh, that's great. Oh,
can you agree? Can you disagree with? I mean, the that the Sam Pittman experiment is slowly dying.
Now, this was my favorite. They knew they had the refs in their back pocket, so apparently the refs
a 13-point loss, which should have been 19. Okay.
All who gamble on games to these sites are contributing to this problem too. The bookies' desire to take your hard-earned money is the reason why games are fixed. Nobody bets with the sites. There's no reason to bribe anyone to fix games. Sure, that'll piss some of y'all off. Truth always does. Men don't have babies. Men don't have penises. I'll roll with the truth.
Florida scored 20 points in the second quarter. It wasn't the refs.
I wonder if these experts sent money the refs' way. It was obvious we were the better team in the second half, but Florida got every call. I hope Napier swallows. He obviously promised them something. We will be okay. The coaching staff made adjustments at the half that showed we were the better team. Go Vols and screw Florida up, upholding every damn play.
Oh my God.
These are actual. Now, when I say that, and there's shitty fans everywhere, but these the Tennessee fans claiming, oh, the refs fucked us. Refs fucked us. That was probably my favorite thing.
They lost by 3, and there was some craziness there. Maybe could agree with you somehow, some way.
And by the way, there are some other stuff. I saw stuff yesterday from Alabama fans that were literally pissing on Nick Saban, who is, I don't know how you can be that pissed off at Nick Saban. I mean, wow. Bo Hunting says Rob likes to talk about anything but Clemson. What would you like to talk about, sir? You want to talk about how Clemson blew out Florida Atlantic? Does that make you feel better? I mean, we can talk about Clemson if you want. Here's a thought.
That was kind of surprising to see Clemson jump out to such a large lead so quickly there. I thought that I've seen the results this year haven't been that great, but I thought Teddy Bar Tom would bring a little bit more offense in his back pocket to Boca Raton than what they've been showing so far. I guess he's got to get his players in there.
So there is something I do want to talk about with Clemson. It seems that Will Shipley got pissed off and got in the face of CJ Spiller on the sidelines.
Yeah, he's a disrespectful little fuck. I've told y'all that before. I don't like him, and I knew there was a reason why. Now I know what it is. You don't yell at your coach.
Yeah, well, you know what? I completely agree with Jackpot on that front. But here's the other thing. I blame Coach Sweeney. You know why I blame Coach Sweeney? Because you hired a running backs coach who had zero fucking experience. You want to talk about Clemson? That's something that's shitty that's there. This whole thing of, hey, I'm going to hire the people that I know is bullshit. It's complete bullshit.
That old that good old boy system. I mean,
it's fucking stupid. And it's not, and I respect CJ Spiller. Let's make sure that we understand that. Respect him as a football player. But as far as being a coach, yeah, I don't know about all that yet. And by the way, football is a sport of men leading men. And it looked like they were, I don't know. It was a very shitty thing to say on both sides of the ball there. Billy says Spiller should have decked his ass. You know what? If he would have, that would have been the best thing there. You know, why not? Let's bring Elijah into the program. Elijah, what's up?
Hey, gentlemen. Just wanted to be the Tennessee fan that wasn't hiding or had to put on a milk carton. I just wanted to come on and say that the refs did not fuck us. We fucked ourselves. We didn't get off the bus. We played like shit. We didn't tackle. Joe Milton can't lead. A Division I quarterback does not throw up a football like a punt for that interception. I mean, if you take away that, and I'm not making excuses. I'm not saying Tennessee would have won the game. But if you take away that stupid play at the end of the game when they drove down the field and Joe Milton threw it in the ground on 4th down, Tennessee's a touchdown away from winning the football game. I mean, that's just dumb. Like, if you're a 6th-year senior, you've got to be smarter than that. You can't be doing that shit. It's time to start working towards the future. It's Nico time. For God's sakes, I can't stand to see him on the field again, to be honest with you.
Well, you know, I can't I didn't watch all of that game from, you know, snap to snap, but yeah, I mean, I was also in the camp at the beginning of the season that people thinking that the offense was going to roll without missing a beat kind of pissed on what Hendon Hooker did last year in the season that he had.
Oh, 100% agree. I think it goes to show how talented he actually was.
Right, but people also were, you know, oh, Milton's great. He's Hendon Hooker with a better arm. Yeah, but he may have a better arm, but he's got a 10-cent brain on some plays.
Well, what irritated me to no end was there was no fire from him when he would mess up. It was like shake it off, whatever, which you need to have a short memory in football. You got to have a little bit of like, all right, guys, like I screwed up. I'm pissed off. I can't see straight, but we're going to go out and we're going to drive down the damn field and win the game. I will say in the second half, I was very impressed with they were pushing the pile and they ran the damn football and they looked better in the second half. I don't think where Tennessee's at right now, you can't afford to break down for an entire quarter like they did in the second quarter. Because Tennessee won 3 out of the 4 quarters on Saturday night, if you look at the scores. But you cannot disappear for an entire quarter in an SEC game and expect to win a football game, especially where we're at right now.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
All right, appreciate it, man.
Yep. All right, gentlemen.
All right.
Thank you.
Jay says, how did Tennessee lose the game and the fight? Hashtag soft. Very good point, sir.
Over in the comment section, Sky Stevens says, KO looks like King Kong Bundy and Butterbean had a baby. Cool. I mean, so my mom and dad are both famous. I love that and appreciate it. But for your disrespectful comment, I'd like to possibly give you the snowman, and you all remember what the snowman is, that gift. I walk up, whack it off, splooge in your face, and stick a carrot in your mouth.
That could work too. Now, Jackpot, we have not had Florida fans on this show in fucking forever.
Octavian's here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not Papa B. BB is here.
Right, well, we're here. Let's bring the Florida fan in. Hello.
All right.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's up?
Good.
Carolina Jackpot, man. We got the Shamecocks in 2 weeks, man. In a couple weeks, man. What y'all gonna do?
I don't know. Who you play next week?
We play Charlotte.
Worry about them. They're tough out.
we're not worried about Charlotte. We worried about South Carolina Shamecocks.
You look past
We,
Charlotte.
we're gonna beat the Shamecocks in their own stadium. We're gonna have William
No,
Bryce Stadium
it's in 3 weeks.
empty.
It's in 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, we're gonna have the fans running out of Wilson Bryce Stadium. We're gonna absolutely destroy the South Carolina
Where is Wilson Bryce Stadium? I have no clue where that is.
William Bryce Stadium.
Oh,
William.
You know, honestly, it's looking more and more now like we may have a tougher time with Florida at home than we're going to have with the Vols on the road. Didn't they say they were going to beat us by at least 50? Wonder how it's going to work out now.
I told y'all that Tennessee was soft. Y'all just don't believe us. And they talk about they was gonna beat us by 30.
Slow down. I picked you in the Pick'em challenge, so there's that.
So did I.
Yeah, so it's not like we thought you were gonna lose by fucking 40 points. We both thought that you would win the game. So maybe you're listening.
It's okay. It's okay.
Price. That's where you were listening, right? Maybe they were saying it over there.
Maybe when we beat South Carolina and Kentucky in a couple weeks, we put the SEC East on notice, and then we're gonna beat the Georgia Bulldogs. I want the Georgia Bulldogs, but first I want the South Carolina Shamecocks. That's our next opponent.
I agree with Jackpot that you should watch out for Charlotte, but before you go and trying to deal with the Georgia Bulldogs, don't bite off more than you can chew. You couldn't beat a Pac-12 team on the road, so let's slow down.
But listen here. We want South Carolina. We want South. I want that game to be a night game for South Carolina. I really do, because I want them. I want them so we can beat them. So we can beat them down.
Would you have called the show if Tennessee won by 30 yesterday? I'm just wondering.
I would still call. It's talk shit.
Sure.
It still would have said that we'll beat South Carolina by 45 points.
Well, good for you. You're a true fan.
You still got to go to Kentucky, and you've got.
We're not worried about that basketball. We're not worried about that basketball school, and we damn sure not worried about Vanderbilt, because after they lost to UNLV yesterday, they can wrap their season up.
Vanderbilt
took a dump on y'all last year. You not worried about them this year?
Absolutely not.
Good luck with that, sir. Well, welcome the fans back to the program. We've missed you.
I know Florida is back on top. You know, guess what? We're coming for the dogs. In South Carolina in 3 weeks. In South Carolina in 3 weeks, we're gonna own the state of South Carolina in Williams Bryce Stadium. We're gonna own it, and then we're gonna run all the same. We're gonna run all the Shamecocks out the stadium. It's gonna be a 47-6 victory. The Gators will come in there and absolutely destroy South Carolina.
What are you heard on top of? The batch of milk cartons you all jumped off of? Is that what you're the king of? Come on, man. You won one game. Stop it. I mean, seriously.
We're gonna beat them boys.
Okay.
We're gonna beat them.
Don't get lost with Wilson Bryce Stadium, all right? Because you need to go to Williams.
When we beat Kentucky at Kroger Field, and when we beat South Carolina at Wilson Bryce Stadium,
Wilson Bryce Stadium,
whatever y'all stadium's called,
Wilson Bryce. I think that's where the Abbeville Panthers play.
It's Williams Bryce, sir. That's what it's called. It's Williams Bryce.
Where the Willie B with it, like y'all call it, we're gonna run y'all out of there. We're gonna make sure y'all friends go home sad, and y'all gonna be just like the Tennessee fans, sad, disappointed, and calling on the show and saying that the refs was blame the refs.
Okay. I mean, I
do have one hot take this week.
I can scroll back like 3 days ago where people were wanting Billy Napier fired. Now you guys want to take him to the Dairy Queen. So,
look, I got a hot take this week. Clemson will dominate Florida State.
Oh shit. Well, that Jackpot, we're fucked.
There you go.
We're fucked. Shit. All right, sir.
But
Thank you
anyway,
for the program.
go Gators and beat the Shamrocks in 3 weeks.
All right. Well, hopefully
Thank you, sir.
you'll call the program regardless. So there's that. I've never been to Wilson Bryce Stadium, sir. Is it pretty cool? I don't know.
Well, I told you it's where Abbeville plays their games at.
Abbeville plays there. Okay.
Yeah, that's who plays there.
Let's see here. Welcome to the show. Oh, it's Baylor Man. Baylor Man, I thought I told you to change your mascot, sir. Your mascot is an actual bear. That bear looks like that bear's depressing. You got to change that, sir. It creeps me out bringing you on the program.
Hashtag stop mistreating Bruiser.
Bruiser, we've talked about this. He looks like he drives a white van and gives out McDonald's hand puppets.
McDonald's Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets, hand puppets, same thing.
Or maybe he drives around in one of those, that Oscar Mayer hot dog vehicle and gives out free hot dogs.
He might ride around in one of those little VW Beetles like Ted Bundy used to cruise around in.
Oh, no.
All right, what do you have to show, man? Hey, y'all beat Long Island yesterday. I wasn't aware Long Island had a football program.
Yeah, we only beat them 30-7, and I'm not very happy about that performance.
That sounds almost like somebody beating Austin P 30-13.
Oh no, there's not many weeks that
Long Island. Was their quarterback named Vinny?
What's that?
Was their quarterback's name Vinny? How many Italian sounding names were on that?
Seriously, where does Long Island practice? There's no room in New York City for a football team.
Long Island is kind of out from Queens a little bit, so it may be a little bit more.
Do they have room for a football field there? I don't know. I mean, these are things Baylor Man, you should know these things. Your team played them, so.
Yeah. So Long Island is a school that two other Long Island universities merged and formed that one.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm not very happy about our performance. We got in a 2-hour lightning delay.
Yeah, these weather delays the past 2 weeks are really messing with the psyche of some teams.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Baylor Man, you got anything else, buddy? We want to get Hershey on the show.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna see how confident you were this Saturday against Florida State.
I think Clemson wins.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm probably one of the few that's actually going to go out there and say that. I think that people have built Florida State up to be just this awesome. They went to Boston College, little rain gets on them, and they melt like a bunch of bitches. I'm not intimidated by Florida State. Really not.
Yeah, I mean, Texas comes here, but I don't think we're beating them.
We'll see about that. Hopefully you beat Texas because Texas is also a win for America.
I hope so too, but I'm not going to count on it.
Well, they showed us yesterday that they're not above playing like shit.
This is true. This is true.
They're not above hot dog water.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna drop on out of here and
thank you, Baylor Man. Appreciate it.
Keep on listening in. But in the meantime,
change your picture. You actually have a bear at your school you can get a picture of, sir. Change your picture. No more pedo bear. All right.
Nah, Bruiser's good people.
I'm sure he is. All right. Appreciate it. Let me address D over here. D thinks that I'm drinking bacon grease and maple syrup in my mixer cup. That is funny, sir.
What is that thing? Does it have a big old purple dick on the end of it? What is that?
No, it's a mixer cup. It's a mixer cup. Like you mix protein in it. Yeah. Yeah.
A little shit I've ever seen.
Well, okay. God, now people are talking about how fat we are. Hershey, welcome to the program.
Hey, do you guys have an apple?
No.
No?
No.
What?
An
An
apple.
apple.
No.
Oh, okay, no worries then.
Okay. Third and Nate. What's up, Third and Nate?
What's up, everyone? Well, formerly known as Nate the Great.
What's up, Nate?
What's up? So, what's your I'm not feeling it. So, what's your thoughts about Michigan and the Wolverines? I mean, they did struggle a little bit.
Yeah, they've been kind of underwhelming this year.
Yeah.
Maybe Harbaugh coming back will kind of energize them a little bit because they haven't really been putting it on teams. And yesterday was kind of a struggle win.
Yeah.
Bowling Green's not good. So.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. They miss him a lot, but they had to execute their gameplay if they want to win some games. But I mean, as a Michigan fan, I'm not impressed with their
right
gameplay. So, well, yeah.
Yeah, they opened up. They're like a 26-point favorite against Rutgers, and I don't see
Rutgers looks scary. Well, the trap game, I think, but I don't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Allen's with a good point. Who has Michigan played? I don't know.
Absolutely nobody.
We're getting.
Normally, I would say East Carolina's a tough out, but East Carolina looks like shit this year.
Yeah.
All right, Nate, we've got like lots of folks waiting to get on, bud. You got anything else?
Well, one word is go blue, and good luck to all your teams this season.
All right.
I owe somebody something here. Way back. We got a super chat.
There you go. It's right there on the screen.
Can I get a Go Dogs? Go Dogs!
There you go. I forgot to put it up there for a minute, but we were rolling.
There you go. That's
welcome to the program, Big Barney Ross. Big Barney Ross, what you got?
Well, after 3 weeks of football, you're supposed to have a pretty good understanding of where your team stands. Well, I got to say, I think Kentucky can be just as bad as everybody else in the SEC. In fact, I think we could be worse. I think we have the potential just to be as terrible as everybody else. I don't see why we can't win 7 games. Let me ask you this, though, before I get off here. Remember a couple of years ago when I said the SEC was so bad they made Kentucky look good? Mm-hmm. Has the SEC gotten so bad we're making the Pac-12 look good? Y'all think about it. I'm Big Barney Ross. I'm out of here.
Thank you, Big Barney Ross.
Rob, did you know 8 of their 12 teams are ranked?
Yeah, none of them are going to be in the conference in like 3 years.
Yeah, so. and they're dissolving the conference. It's just sad. It is so sad.
Let's welcome Ray to the program. Hi, Ray.
Hello, guys.
Hey, Ray.
Yes, Ray.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Florida State fan. I'm in the minority, I'm sure. I mean, we stunk it up yesterday, but when we looked at this schedule came out, you had 2 teams in the first 4 of the schedule. We figured if we beat one of them, we'd be in good position. But then when Clemson screwed around and let Duke beat them, that kind of messed the party up. You know what I'm saying? So if we lose to Clemson, that's really not going to help us. You know what I'm saying? It's going to hurt us more than it would have if they were undefeated.
Someone made a comment over there in the comments section that said that Florida State's like the 4th ranked team in the country. They're favored by 3 points on the road. I mean, that's pretty.
Oh, I get it. I mean, we absolutely you can't make chicken salad out of chicken shit. We played terrible yesterday. I mean, after halftime, we started playing pretty well, and then all of a sudden, we just started screwing up. Defensively, we gave up, I don't know how many third downs, third and longs we gave up. Now, saying this about Boston College now, the kid they got playing at quarterback is a little bit of a threat because he can really run. He's a pretty good passer, but he's a threat with his legs. So, I mean, they may win a few games down the road that, you know, there may be a better team since they made the switch to that. But making no excuses about it, we played terrible. We played awful. And another thing, I'm not trying to make excuses, but some sickness has been going around, some things been going around school, but everybody's got that going on. Teams are sick, COVID this, you know, flu, whatever. Everybody's sick this time of year. Plus, you have injuries. It is what it is. You suck it up and play, you know. But,
Sure.
you know, it is what it is. I hope we play better. Clemson's probably got more talent top to bottom. I might think our first line players are just as good or better, but Clemson may be a little bit deeper.
Mm.
You know, but hey, I hope we win. If we play our best, I know we can win. But
Well, the thing about it is, usually when good teams play like shit, like y'all did yesterday, usually the next week they have a bounce back game.
I'm hoping that we didn't play
that's
well.
what I'm hoping for too.
I'm thinking, Jackpot, that we were kind of looking past Boston College because, you know, if their red bandana game, you have to, you know, they up for that game and they play better, but that has nothing to do with giving up damn 3rd and 14, 3rd and 15. That's bullshit. I don't give a damn what's going on. That's too much. And, you know, I had rather blitz every down and give up touchdowns than drop back in a zone and give up a down 3rd and 15 or let the quarterback just run out of there for a fucking first down.
That's true.
We'll see how things go with you guys next week when you make the trip to Death Valley.
We'll see. Well, hopefully it'll be respectful. You guys won't stop us too bad. But if we somehow pull it out, I'll come back either way. But if we pull it out, I think we'll be in pretty good shape. But if we lose it, our chances of making the playoff are pretty slim. Talk to you later, guys.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right, thank you, Ray. Look at Florida State fans joining the program. All right, let's stick with it. Pent.
Hi, do you guys have an apple?
Who the hell is Pent? I don't know who this is. You know what that means, Jackpot? Pent. I have no clue. All right, so there you go. If you want to join the program, you can do it. Here is the link. Chris with a question. When will South Carolina ever get a running game? Well, in fairness, there are 2 running backs. One of them is at Southern Cal. One of them is at Florida State right now. So, I mean, the transfer portal hit them hard.
Let's be honest. I don't think Marshawn Lloyd's put up some decent stats at USC through a couple of games this year against terrible competition. I don't think he was the answer. The South Carolina will get a running game when South Carolina stops abandoning the run. They gave Mario Anderson Jr. 2 carries yesterday. Both of them, I think he averaged 5 yards a carry. I think he carried the ball.
I'm sorry. Let me break that down for you. 2 carries for 9 yards is what he had.
Okay.
Here's the thing, though, that may help you, Jackpot. The Gamecocks were credited with 16 rush attempts yesterday. 8 of them were by Spencer Rattler when he was running out of the pocket. So Dow Loggins, in theory, called 8 running plays yesterday against the Georgia Bulldogs. And Shane Beamer at the end in his press conference yesterday said, well, nobody runs on them anyway. They didn't even give the running game a fucking chance yesterday.
They didn't give it a chance. Nobody normally passes on them and scores either.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we did that. We scored on them through the air. I knew we'd stretch the field vertically. If we had a running game, if we could have ran for 100, 115 yards yesterday, we would have won that ball game because in the second half we would have been able to do what they wanted to do, which was to play not to lose and wet fart it up, which is what we tried to do. But when you're throwing a bunch of incompletions and going 3 and out every series, you can't wet fart it up the way you want to. You've got to be able to get 4 or 5 yards in a clip and just extend drives and run clock. We can't run clock. That's our problem.
Yeah.
That's a big problem.
All right, so you've also got Texas A&M guys saying he wants to do a live with you on October 28th. When they come there, when you guys go there.
You made a comment earlier that I pinned up at the top that says, man, fuck this show with a one bird finger up. So no, not doing a live with you. Sorry.
Eric.
What's going on, everybody?
Hello, Eric. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing just fine.
About
So,
you? Big win yesterday.
oh, that was something else, my friend. It really was. I mean, I was preparing myself mentally for overtime just because from 61, I'm like, there's no way he can. I mean, I know he has a big leg to him, but the other thing that was, I'm like, there's just no way he can make this in this situation. And oh my goodness, he did it.
Yeah, well, that's good for him. He hasn't really probably since the last, I'd say, since like the middle of last season maybe. He hasn't, like, I remember like in 2020, 2021, he was like automatic. And then something happened last year around the time of the Auburn game. He missed an easy chip shot field goal, and it seemed like his confidence just went down.
I tell you, and I could definitely tell that. I mean, I went and watched the first game of the year with my dad and the Missouri people, and I mean, when he missed those kicks, was, I mean, just crazy. Oh, now tell me about the A&M guy. What's up with him?
I don't know. He's a Texas A&M fan, sir. He's
They can't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do with Texas A&M. You know, they're paying the coach $15 million a year, and they just can't stop sucking.
Yeah, they're paying $15 million a year to not go to a bowl game, where everybody goes to a bowl game, but they're not.
Yeah. I tell you, I mean, I was a little bit nervous to start the season because I wasn't really sure how good of a year this was going to be. But starting out 3-0, I'm really starting to believe that magical things could happen, but not that kind of magical things.
Well, I told people before the season started that Mizzou was a sleeper team in the SEC East this year, and I thought they could win 8 or 9 games. Just looking at the production they had coming back, if they could ever, and to be honest with you, guys should have beaten Kansas State worse than that yesterday. Because Brady Cook, I mean, he played a good game, but he missed a lot of open receivers. He had a few bad throws too that were wide open that would have been touchdowns. So should have beaten them worse than that. But
yeah, I think a big part of that was first half he actually had to leave the game for a little bit because his ankle got banged up. So then they had to bring in the other guy for a couple of plays, and he just was he's a very gutsy individual to be able to come back through all that. And then after the game, they were trying to interview the Missouri kicker, and there was this one fan who just had his hand all over the Missouri kicker, and he's trying to get like his 15 minutes of fame, and we're like, dude, just back off, because they're trying to do an interview, and you're being weird.
Yeah. I mean, Missouri is a surprise at 3-0. They play Memphis this week. I mean, Memphis is no pushover. This is like this could be a Missouri, like the typical Mizzou game where they go out and they win big, and then all of a sudden they end up losing to somebody like, I don't know, Memphis. That could happen, or they could go out and blow them off. Who knows? We'll see.
Well, it's gonna be interesting to find out what exactly happens in that game. I mean, I feel pretty good about it all.
Yeah.
But I know Memphis is no pushover.
You're right about that. I'm sure that the Mizzou coaching staff is letting them know, hey, don't screw around with them. Don't be looking past. Because who do you have after Memphis, Jackpot? Do you know? I can't remember. I have to look.
Who do I have after Memphis? I don't play.
No,
Memphis.
I'm sorry. You're a did you eat your Luther Burden chips? Calm down. No, I'm just saying.
No, I only eat them if we beat them.
Okay. Well, Mizzou wins. Whoever they have after Memphis, they need to make sure they don't look ahead.
I think it's Vanderbilt.
Oh, well. Well, shit. Don't look ahead to Vanderbilt. All right, Eric. Good luck with your team this year, buddy.
All right, buddy.
Have a good night, man.
All right, man. You too.
By the way, Jackpot, just a random note here. Florida State, if Dabo Swinney wants his seat to heat up there at Clemson, you can't go out this weekend and lose to a fucking clown college. They have a clown college at Florida State. For real. Don't go losing to a clown college. That's almost like losing to food.
That's awesome.
Yeah, don't lose to a clown college. That you want your hot seat to get hotter. Don't lose to a clown college. Just saying. That's probably what half the teams are. They're all clown college.
If Florida State goes out there and stomps Clemson,
I'll show it.
That the talk about Dabo and the transfer portal and being stubborn is just going to heat right back up.
I'll be here regardless. I'm saying it beforehand. Clemson still needs to hit the damn transfer portal, so there's that.
It's up. Well, ED over in the comment section says Florida State is going to drag Clemson. Not so sure about that.
If you,
the
by
line
the way,
on that game is 1.5.
People thinking that Clemson is just going to go out and just lay down and let the Seminoles just run right on over them so that they can keep this narrative going that they're back. You just need to just calm down. Calm down. Okay? You were desperate enough that you took Jaheim Bell on your team when the South Carolina coaches were willing to let him go, especially with the way that the entire Bell family was on Twitter bashing Shane Beamer and everybody else. You got that guy on your team, which means that you're okay with bringing cancers into your program. Trust me, it's not the you lost last year to Clemson at your place. You haven't beaten them in 7 years. South Carolina has more wins over Clemson in the past 7 years than you do. Just know where you are as a program. All right, let's slow down a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be that'll definitely. If Florida State wins that one, I'll think that they've definitely arrived and that they're definitely quote unquote back as far as the program goes to relevance in the ACC. But you've got to knock the king off the throne. You got to be able to knock the king off the throne. And right now, Clemson's still the king of the ACC. Now Duke has done its best to try to knock the king off the throne, but they took a notch out of you, but
they did on that. I'm with you on that. You got to come and knock that guy off, and that's important. But on the other front, we got to talk about Colorado for a minute. People are hot and cold on Colorado. Either they absolutely love what Deion Sanders is doing or they hate it. Which way are you rolling, Jackpot?
I like what Deion Sanders is doing. I like the way that he did it. I like the way he went in there and he took care of business. I mean, he cleaned up all the trash. I don't mean to call young people trash, but you know what I'm saying. It's a figure of speech. He cleaned up the trash, and it's like he cleaned up a dirty old filthy abandoned lot and planted a garden, and it's working. Now I just don't like I don't like the narrative of we're a victim here and that bullshit. Just I can do without. Just go coach the fucking kids. And let's just be done with all the bullshit. And last night's game, I'm gonna tell you what, something real quick too. And you might not believe me, and I almost did. I didn't do it, and I wish I had in a way, but I wish I hadn't because I would have lost. I almost took and gambled away about just throw down $50 on Colorado State on the money line. But I just and they were awful. They were 0-2, and they had lost to they've lost two terrible teams. And I said, but they're going to have this crazy thing going on at Colorado that gets basically a circus. They got The Rock coming, and and I don't remember what other celebrities he had coming there. It was just nuts. And I said, this something's not right here. I said they're gonna fuck up, and end up losing the ball game to a terrible team. And damned if I wasn't almost right. And if I wasn't almost right. That was a crazy game at the end there.
If I were a conspiracy theorist, I could have the mentality of, let's look at it from this perspective. They brought game day to Colorado for a matchup that's at 10 o'clock at night. And where Colorado was like a 17, 18-point favorite over a winless Colorado State
team.
They
were 23-point favorite, I think.
Wow. Okay, whatever. I mean, it was one of the biggest lines for a game day history, and for as far back as I can remember. Generally, when you have the game day folks there, it's one of the top 3 or 4 matchups of the day. I mean, you think that the Tennessee-Florida matchup wasn't a bigger matchup? I think that ESPN is feeding into this, and they're making Colorado bigger than what they are. And to be completely honest with you, I think that Colorado is going to drop the next 2. They've got Oregon, and I can't remember who the next one is after that, but they're going to be completely outmanned, and without Travis Hunter, they should drop.
What happened to him?
He got injured. Got injured last night. Supposedly he's going to be out for 2 weeks.
Oh,
so
shit.
The guy that runs both ways is going to be
out.
I
mean, we knew that was we knew that was going to happen.
Let's see who this person is. Welcome to the
Hi, do you guys have a...
I'm not bringing this doofus on. We're just going to kick him straight from there. I don't know why people are obsessed with that. Anyway.
No, I saw the name. No.
Anyway. I'm in the camp of Colorado's probably going to drop their next 2 games. So
they got Oregon, and then who's up after that?
Southern Cal, I think is what the chat room said.
Hi, Mommy.
Yeah, they're going to be 3-2.
But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, he was. Dion was on 60 Minutes tonight.
Yeah, well, and they have like I will give the Colorado State social media team some props because they're putting out videos of Dion with his mom, and his mom talking about, man, I did raise him right, and I raised him to be your own man, and when you have to kick ass, and it's like, wow, okay. I was just like, all right, whatever.
Yep. Oh, in response to the Colorado State coach, he said, my mom raised me right. Take off my glasses when I went inside and take off my hat.
Yeah. What a mess. That's all I got. It's what a mess. Jackpot, let's look at some games here before we get out of here that we're going to have next week on the program. Let's see here. Auburn and Texas A&M, Ole Miss and Alabama, Arkansas and LSU, South Carolina, Mississippi State, Clemson and Florida State, Colorado and Oregon, Oregon State and Washington State, Ohio State and Notre Dame, Iowa and Penn State, Kentucky and Vanderbilt, and the Cale Hall shitter is Rice at USF. There's the Cale Hall shitter.
Yeah, if we could start finding some lines on it, I might not hate doing an FCS game for the shitter.
Well, no, we're not going to. I mean, there's some good football in the FCS. We're not going to call those games the shitter. We can call it the Cale Hall helps the little guy.
I didn't realize this over in the comment section. I can't remember who. Jerry Wells told me that Presbyterian beat Wofford yesterday.
Yeah.
And apparently that's like a real big upset because Presbyterian doesn't have scholarships for football.
Yep. They don't. They got rid of their scholarship end of it, and I don't know what they do now. To be honest with you, they don't have scholarships at all. So
and they beat them.
They beat Wofford. Yeah, there's that. There was one other thing that I wanted to. Clemson fans are upset that game day is not coming to Clemson. Let me help you with that. Let me give
Where's
you some.
it going?
Yeah, it's going to Ohio State and Notre Dame. First of
Well,
all, they had that at the beginning of the season. That's a better matchup than Clemson and Florida State. And don't lose to fucking Duke. Make them think a little bit. Then, if you don't lose to fucking Duke, just stop with that nonsense. Ohio State Notre Dame is the biggest game of the weekend. It really, really is. So let's just slow down. I mean, there really are people that are upset about that. Game day should be here. ESPN doesn't like us. No, ESPN.
Who cares? I mean, in my opinion, it kind of can distract from the game. So, I mean, I don't know I don't know what you think that is, but I mean, that can kind of distract your team a little bit. You want to be focused.
All right, Jackpot. Do you have anything else for tonight's show?
That wouldn't either. I mean, could you see?
No, go ahead.
I mean, Pat McAfee's not going to come to Clemson. I mean, he's like stepping something out there. This is gross.
Really?
Yeah, it is. We know, the livestock and whatnot.
I mean, it's better than meth labs and crack whores.
Well, y'all got those down on the other end of the road somewhere, but they do exist.
Okay.
Someone says Virginia Tech at Marshall. Will Eubanks. Virginia Tech at Marshall should be the shitter of the week. The Virginia Tech end of it, definitely. Virginia Tech is actually giving up points to Marshall. Well, man, they've fallen far.
Yeah, they need a cleansing up there. They got to get rid of everybody. So, all right. Well, do you have anything else you want to go over before we get out of here, Jackpot?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I appreciate everybody who showed up yesterday on the live stream. It was fun. South Carolina played much better than I thought that they would. And they made for an exciting game in the first half. I knew what happened in the second half was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to happen quite to the degree that it did. But yeah, I mean, it just it just proves that that's why Georgia is what they are, and they are as good as they are. It is the fact that Shane Beamer and every coach on that sideline knew that Georgia was going to come out firing on all cylinders in the second half. They knew it, and they told those players that, and they knew that too. And then they came out in the second half, and they were just powerless to stop it. It's not that they just what was the term Dabo used? They wasn't drinking a cold drink and acting like they didn't have to play no ball game in the second half. I mean, they tried. I mean, they just couldn't do it. Just couldn't get over the hump. So
I wanted to bring Sports Talk with Tom Bailey. I wanted to bring him on because of the Alabama debacle yesterday. If he wants to join, we'll do that before we get out of here. But
the punter didn't play well for South Carolina yesterday.
Yeah.
He had like a 10-yard punt. What the hell's up with that?
I wonder if he real talk. We actually mentioned that on the radio if he's hurt because he hasn't really been kicking the ball well. So there's that. I don't know. God damn it.
What?
Well, we'll end the show on that.
That's what that punt looked like.
Jesus, have a good